Alexandra Smith, and Democratic strategist Antoine Seawright. Guys, thanks so much for getting up early today. Antoine, we're going to start with you. The Post says there's evidence, there's more emails coming out. She's more active in fundraising as we start to get closer and closer to 2020. What do you think is going to happen here with Hillary Clinton?
As much as this may frighten the right, I seriously doubt that Secretary Clinton will make another run for president in 2020. However, I do think she will play a tremendous role going forward in helping the Democrats take our country back. And I know the only reason we're having this conversation is because she received 3 million more votes than the person who currently occupies the White House. So that strikes a lot of fear in the hearts and minds of people on the right, particularly the people I call Trump publicans.
Alexandra, what do you think here? I mean, Hillary, it's been a rough couple of years for her. She's obviously very bitter about losing that election. Do you think she's bitter enough to try again?
I think that there could be no bigger gift for Donald Trump because no one animates the conservative base like Hillary Clinton. And quite frankly, every time she has spoken after this election, she has just horrified Democrats who just want her to go away. She claimed that Trump voters were voters that wanted to strip African Americans and women of rights, when in fact 30% of Trump voters also voted for President Obama. And so I think that, whether it's looking at the DNC and her costing the DNC millions and renting her email list, or, these comments afterwards, she's clearly a drain on this party. And I think that, she would be a great foil again for the president in 2020.
Let me give you a bit of breaking news. I embrace Hillary Clinton into our party. We are the Big Tent Party. I think she is a tremendous asset. I think she will add much value to the conversation. And here's what happens in the elections. You either win or you learn. Although she may not have won the Electoral College, we can learn a lot from Secretary Clinton in the race she ran, because every single day in this country, we are battling for the soul of this nation.
Antoine,
and I think Hillary Clinton will help us take our country back. Hang on one second,
Antoine. Let me ask you just about that. As the Democratic Party moves more to the left, the socialists have been coming out now. They're very popular. They're the darlings of the party. Would Hillary Clinton be a better candidate as a moderate in 2020 because the socialist agenda is going to get eviscerated?
I know the right and the right-wing media wants to paint us as the socialist party, but that's your perspective. I think the bottom line is I think our party is the Big Tent Party. We embrace everyone. And as much as people want to paint this picture, we're so divided, we're really not. And that's why going into the 2018 midterms, we are on pace to come across the finish line first.
Alex, let me ask you, would anybody trust Hillary Clinton? Would the Democrats trust her again in 2020? There's a lot of people in that party that are angry with her for losing what they considered to be an unlosable election. I
mean, look, I think that for Democrats, a lot of them are recognizing now that she ran one of the worst campaigns in the history of our country. She neglected entire states. She favored a campaign that was based solely on data and ignored people on the ground, allies on the ground of hers that were saying, hey, we're showing up to union halls and seeing a bunch of Donald Trump supporters. So, look, I think it's impossible to claim that the Democratic Party isn't moving towards the left. You have their top presidential contenders in 2020 who are embracing ideas like Medicare for all, a guaranteed jobs, sort of proposal. So, there's really a race towards the left, and that's where the Democrats are headed.
Well, I tell you what, guys, if we see a number of people running in 2020 like we think we will, Hillary Clinton's chances get better and better if she decides to run again, because she does have the best name recognition. What's that?
Rob, it's good for the process to have competition. Primaries are like scrimmages. They allow you to put the best team on the field for the big game.
Yep. Okay. All right, Antoine, Alexandra, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it this morning.
Thanks for having us.